Last year in June, I had gone to the doctor, and the physician said, hey, you haven't had a physical in quite some time. So they began to run some tests. One of the tests they ran was an EKG. That's where they put all the electrodes around on your chest, your leg, your arm, and they check how your heart is functioning. And the doctor came back in and she was very upset. She said, it appears as if you've had a heart attack. Now understand, that time last year I was 43 years old. I'm in prime physical condition as I thought. And she told me, she said, you know, it looks like you've had a heart attack. You know, your cholesterol is high. Your blood pressure is a little bit high. You're going to need to make some changes. I was like, okay, no problem. What kind of changes? She says, well, you're going to need to lose some weight. Now, I was a crisp 226 pounds, right? I was okay, I was fat. I was big. I had gained so much weight. To put this in perspective, over the 23 years that my wife and I have been married, I've gained, oh my goodness, 80 pounds. And it all centered around my stomach and in my jaw and my arms, my legs, my feet, my face, my back. Pretty much I was fat all over, right? And so she told me, she said, if you don't make some changes, Vince, if you don't make some drastic changes, you're not going to be able to see your grandchildren. Now you need to know I don't have any grandchildren. What she was saying is that I'm going to be gone before they even got here. I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be dead before my grandchildren are even born. She told me that if I didn't make some drastic changes, if I didn't lose weight and improve my lifestyle, that my time on this earth wasn't going to be much longer. And so I took the next few days to think about it, to pray about it. And, you know, really honestly, all it took was just one night at home with all three of the kids at home. And I realized I've got to make a change. So what I started to do is I eliminated the junk in my life. I stopped eating all the things that I knew weren't good for me. I stopped eating fast food. I stopped eating particular types of food and didn't exercise at all. Didn't walk, didn't run, didn't swim. I just stopped taking in the bad stuff. And I noticed that around the middle of July, I had lost a few pounds. August got here and I had lost even more weight. September came around and man, the weight was just flat out falling off of me. And then finally, the day before Thanksgiving, I stepped on the scale and I weighed 171 pounds. I started out at 226. I lost all the way down to 171 pounds. Now, I've gained a couple of those pounds back, to be perfectly honest, about 8 of those pounds back. But I looked like a totally different person. None of my clothes fit. My shoes, I even had to buy different size shoes. But I have on this suit today. The suit is a suit that I wore the day after I had the appointment with the doctor. And this is what it looks like. It doesn't look so bad right now, but yeah, there's a little bit of difference there. These pants that I have on, right? These pants that I have on, they're a little bit big too. These are actual pants that I wore the day after the physician told me. Let's make this a little neater. There, the day after she told me that I needed to lose weight. These are the pants that I had on, and you can see here. This is what happened when I eliminated the things in my life that weren't good for me. I encourage you to get healthy, right? I encourage you to eat the right things. I encourage you not to continue to stop at Taco Bell to get a volcano burrito, a steak quesadilla, and a large mango strawberry frutista. I mean, if that's what you enjoy eating, that's what I used to like eating. But I encourage you to eliminate the things in your life that are weighing you down. If you've got somebody that you need to forgive, then forgive them. If you've got somebody that you need to apologize to them. If you've got overwhelming guilt and shame over mistakes that you've made, forgive yourself and move past it. See, what happens is when we allow these things that weigh us down, when we allow those things to stay in our lives, then we never reach the level that God wants us to. Think of it like a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon, as long as it's tied down and as long as it's got sandbags on the side of it, it stays pretty much close to the ground. However, when the ropes are cut and when the sandbags are dropped off, then that hot air balloon can rise up. I know there are seasons in your life where you want to rise up and you want to rise above and you want to become something great because God has ordained every one of His children to be great. But before you can be great, you got to let go of the weight. So today I encourage you to just lose weight.